Hermit Ducks, welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So today we're going to look at the Star Tarot, and wow, I have waited forever, it seems, for this deck. So from what I understand, this is the second edition, and from what I understand, it was released. It was quite hard to get hold of in the UK. I know quite a few people in the States were able to get it, but there was an error on a misspelling on one of the cards, the Emperor cards. I wouldn't have minded that at all. But then, yeah, I think that the production was halted, and Red Feather are in the process of, reprinting. So I had tried to get hold of it. I spoke with Schiffer and said that I really wanted to get this deck. And they gave me an option, really. They said, well, you can either wait for the reprint or you can have the one with the misspelling, but obviously know that there is the misspelling. And I don't know what it is about me, but decks and things where there are errors, I kind of like. It was the same with the True Black Tarot. The Hierophant card was misspelt, replacement cards were offered, and I chose not to change it. I don't know, I suppose it makes it feel a little bit more unique, but yeah, I don't mind things like that. I often bring home broken things or things that are quite, what other people would term quite ugly. I kind of find them quite endearing. Just the way I am, I guess. Now, I do have the first edition Star Tarot, and I love this deck. And this is why I wanted to get the second edition, because everything that I hoped this deck could become if there was a second print run, second edition, has been. And I mean, this box is one of the most beautiful boxes. Schiffer, as we said yesterday, with their boxes, second to none. It comes with this book, which is a really nice book, and the cards in this deck are put into, you've got your divider here, they're put into two parts. However, the cards are glossy in the first edition. I don't always mind that. I think I prefer matte, but I don't always mind it too much. It's lovely thick cardstock. It's a very thick deck. But they did have blue borders on all four sides with the title printed in the bottom border. But the artwork in this deck is phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. The colours are so rich. Look at that Strength card. Look at the Hermit, which is now the cover. On the second edition, they used the World card on the book for the first edition and box. The colours are so vivid. Look at that Death card. One of my favourite cards is this beautiful Temperance card with these rainbow wings. And the colours are rich and lush, as I mentioned, but that is purposeful as well, because it represents the various spiritual states. And Kathy McClelland, who created this deck, has just put so much into it. It is just wonderful. The cards were really big, and so I stripped them down, and I contemplated keeping the bottom on, but I decided not to and just go with the images for the first edition, for the majors only. And what I did for the minors was that I used a metallic pen. So we've got 4 of Cups here, because not all of them are instantly recognizable. So, so that's what I did. And some of them are very Thoth based. Now there are, and I edged it, as you can see, I edged it in this blue to match the beautiful backs. Now there are people who say this is a Thoth based deck, others say it's an RWS deck. I think in terms of systems, it's better to just take this deck, well, we'll do a couple of comparisons, I'll leave them out, to take this deck as its own thing, really. You know, it's based, it's got lots of correspondences, I should say, from the Golden Dawn. It's influenced by the Golden Dawn, but it does pay homage to, you know, Smithwaite and Harris Crowley. It's I wouldn't necessarily say it's a Thoth deck or an RWS deck. It is the Star Tarot. Now, this box is a lot thicker. So what I'm assuming has happened here, as you can see, it's almost twice the thickness, is that the cards aren't separated. Either that or the book is a lot thicker now. But maybe the cards aren't separated in this. We shall see. So, and people have done walkthroughs, and I've watched parts of those walkthroughs as I do, but because I knew it was coming, I haven't watched them all. But I know what the cards look like anyway. I just wanted to see some of the differences. So the box is matte. The original box is high gloss. The box is matte, and it is beautiful. It is metallic. It is plain on the inside, which is nice. I mean, it's okay. What I love about the original box, though, as I showed, is this beautiful insert painted on the inside sleeve. But this is nice. So let's have a look at the book. So there have been updates to the book. We've got colour images now. Again, it's got a sheen on there, but it's not glossy pages. They are matte. Yeah, and I believe there's new spreads and things like that, and new additional bits. In fact, let's just have a read at the back of the box, because I haven't done that yet. So continue along your path of self-discovery through cosmic symbolism with the second edition of the Star Tarot. By using 78 stunning cards and detailed guidebook, you'll gain an even deeper understanding of this world and beyond by recognizing and reconnecting to your soul's purpose and inherent gifts. Created for all readers, this book and card deck offer a heightened methodology for deeper connection to your inherent gifts and the true purpose of your soul. Explore new sections linking numerology with the major arcana as you reveal your lifetime personality, along with astrological references, 3 added spreads, and larger artwork on the cards. Yes. Explore this indispensable tool, seeking infinite personality possibilities, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Stars are full of miracles and magic. Bring the beauty of them into your life and into your heart. Wow, that's lovely. And we've got this lovely kind of metallic embossed. It's a lovely set, and I just love this hermit. Look at how that's gold, the star inside the hermit's lamp. Beautiful, really beautiful. Has to be one of the most beautiful tarot decks, and I'm so glad it's had a new lease of life. So yeah, we've got this wonderful book in full colour now, and I loved reading the first edition book. There's so much in here. Really just break down symbolism. So here we have the Hierophant, so we have the write up, but then we have symbolism, and I love the fact that keywords here are put into bold. So his crown has a 5-pointed star representing man on his spiritual path. A medicine wheel sits on top of his crown. The breastplate, the eagle feathers, medicine pipe, medicine pouch, snake, rainbow robe. It's all there. So you get the write up for the card as well, and it's the same within the minors. The image of the 9 of Cups, the Grail Princess is kneeling, sending out wishes and blessings to be granted by Spirit. So yeah, the book is quite thick. trying to see, all the pages are at the top. I was looking down in the bottom corners there. 271 pages. 271 pages. Wow, nice thick book. And then we have the cards. Da, da, da. Oh, these look beautiful. So let's take the band off. It's still a lovely thick deck. Sorry, I'm picking up a hair or something here, a bit of plastic. It's actually thicker. I don't know if you're going to see that very well. I might need to put some light on now, but you can see it's actually even thicker than the original. But these are lovely. I just want to make sure that I haven't got a glare on them. Okay, that's good. So yes, so the borders have been taken off on 3 sides. It's hard to show you because obviously I don't have any original cards to compare, but the border was on all 4 sides. But you can see the increase in the card image. And this is a nice size. Make sure that they're not all stuck together. Tend to get that with gilding sometimes. So against a traditional tarot, they're wider and quite a bit taller. So this is a nice size card. But because of these images are quite detailed in a lot of the cards, I think this actually works. When I took this down, this felt like a tiny deck. It's not a tiny deck. With all those borders taken off, it's still an okay size tarot deck. But to have the images now on matte, and you can really see the difference. Cardstock is amazing. Amazing cardstock. Nice and thick, good quality. We now have gilding, gold gilding. The backs have changed. So the new backs and the original backs. Beautiful. We still get the star. And the artwork, as I said, some of the cards, some of the images really takes my breath away. And, you know, Kathy McClelland, I heard, I can't find it confirmed anywhere, but I heard that it took her 15 years to create the art for this deck. And that'd probably be about right, because I think originally, I believe it was a majors only deck. But the deck that I have, the one I've just showed you here, this was released in 2017, so just 3 years ago. And there was a big buzz around it in the tarot community when it was released. 2017, so it's wonderful that within just 3 short years, we've got a second edition. It shows how, you know, popular it is. But she started working on the art in 2001. So, I mean, that's 16 years, isn't it? And, you know, it's probably going to take a year to get it to public, to be released anyway. So that could be about right. So let's have a look at these cards. So here we have our Fool, which is gorgeous. But look at all the symbols that are in this image. So we can see we've got like an alligator or crocodile. We've got a crow. And I'll just have a look. I'm not going to do this for all the cards, but just to give you an idea. So we have like the 8-pointed star, which we see at the top. Is his guiding light, reminding him as above, so below. The butterfly, which is here. You see the butterfly there? Symbolizes transformation. And the Fool has often been depicted as either holding a flower, or like a rose, or a butterfly, which is that transformation that happens when you begin a journey. A staff that connects him to the heavens as well as to the earth. So again, we've got that as above, so below. The morning glories growing on the staff are forever blossoming as a reminder of possibilities and opportunities that are always there, regenerating in our lives. The raven, it's not a crow, it's a raven, calls our subconsciousness, reminding the Fool in all of us that the magic in life is available when we quiet ourselves and listen. And the crocodile represents ancient instincts of survival, as well as the fish god, a symbol of fatherhood, motherhood, and the creative energy that is expressed and materialized when the two are in balance. And then it mentions the sun rises behind the mountains, representing a new day and adventure. The waxing crescent moon behind the Fool's head represents new beginnings. The white roses on the Fool's head represent a crown of innocence and purity. There's just so much in this, as well as a really good amount of text about the Fool without going into the symbolism. So fantastic, fantastic resource, that book. All right, so we have, it makes you want to part the cards because they're so lovely and thick. Here's our magician. There's so much to see here. Again, the as above, so below, that manifestation. It's wonderful. Look at his cape. Here we have our high priestess, which is gorgeous. We've got the triple moon here. We get the columns, the black and the white. Empress, one of my favorite Empress cards. Just look at the detail of the imagery in this card. Look at the butterfly wings. How amazing. The eagle is resting on the star. Just the abundance of nature and life and the connection with the earth and the water here. It's just so beautiful. So many, you know, other kin. So this is the misspelt Emperor card, as you can see here. But I love it. I love it. Look at the white and the black horse. Goes very well with our Empress. I so love this deck. The Hierophant. Wow. These little stones with images as well. And we have the Labyrinth. Our Lovers is gorgeous. The Chariot. I love the Strength card. The Strength card is absolutely stunning. She's holding the snake, the lion. We've got the lemniscate here. Look at the heart in the center, which is like a brooch. The crescent moon. Really beautiful. Let's just have a quick look at the book. So the book, so symbols here. I won't read it because I'd love to sit and read all of the card, you know, meanings and interpretation. But symbolism: the woman stands behind a great lion. The infinity symbol centered at her solar plexus represents the balance between heaven and earth, male and female, head and heart, and symbolizing as above, so below. The heart at her chest emphasizes her passion and love for being true to herself, having the courage to live her truth. The red roses on her headdress and gown symbolizes the desires, love, and passions that inspire her to evolve spiritually. She holds a red snake, representing her control over her passions. The snake also symbolizes the awakening Kundalini, the fire that motivates her to move forward. The crescent moon behind her heralds a new journey to discover and test her inner strength. In front of her, the mighty lion stands. He is the lion cub of the Emperor image. Oh wow, the lion cub of the Emperor image. I see. So this image here. Now fully grown and ready to test his abilities on the journey before him, he represents the inner strength in all of us that needs to be tested in the greater world. He also represents our animal nature. Together, the woman and the lion stand at the edge of a magical forest. She has been his guide, and now he must move forward and alone to test his abilities. The tree next to them is carved with magical symbols. Oh yes, as you can see here, look, there's these magical symbols all the way down, representing the lion's knowledge and tools he can use along his journey. The roots of the trees spring out in different paths of life. The lion is at a crossroad, having to trust his instincts, courage, and heart to choose his path. There is a big world of wonderment ahead calling to be explored. The astrological aspect of strength is Leo: passion, leadership, wisdom, creativity. Leo's keywords are I will. Love it. And that is just in that paragraph there, let alone all this text you get as well. Oh, wow. Right, okay. So that's our beautiful strength card. Then we have the gorgeous Hermit. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that just wonderful? I love the icy capped mountain as the tree that is barren. I have to try and separate these a little bit better. There we go. The Wheel of Fortune. Look at the colours in this. And as I said, you know, again, it's in the book, but Kathy uses colour deliberately to, you know, represent various spiritual states and states of the mind too. Justice is beautiful. Look how the tree is coming from her head. The Hanged One. Always reminds me of like a Buddha type figure with this lotus flower. Death. I mean, look at that. You've got this, like this phoenix with a peacock tail. Fiery, you know, that new life, that re-emergence. And then this gown with this emptiness. And quite a few tarot decks now have been depicting, you know, like a void inside the gown of the death figure. I love the Temperance card. I think it is so beautiful. Really stunning. And when you look against the first version, it's even, I don't know what it is about the colours. They just seem just so rich, but they just seem sharper here. Maybe it's because it's matte and gloss, but really the detailing is clearer. And what I love about this card is that sense of balance. You know, you've got your typical traditional Temperance, but I love that we've got the sun and the moon, you know, rising or setting. You get these opposite paths. It's just wonderful. She's got her foot immersed in water. See, half of it is in water, the other on land. And it's just beautiful. The rainbow. Absolutely gorgeous. And we have the Devil. Very Thoth-like devil. But beautiful. We've got the Eye of Horus there as well. So there's so many symbols. Look at this wolf in the moon as well. It's really gorgeous. A lot of these are stuck together, but they're parting quite easily and without issue. The Tower, we've got this volcano. These people falling from it. But the volcano is a very sort of natural phenomenon as well, isn't it? But disastrous for lots of inhabitants around, on and around a volcano, of course. Again, we've got the all-seeing eye here within the sun. We've got a shooting star. There's just so much in here. The star card. I love the fact that she's kind of in a twilight. You can see by the glow of the star. And isn't that a beautiful star? It's almost like a mandala. And this flowing water. The pool that she's stepping into. So beautiful. Here we have the moon. We have the ravens, we have the crayfish, the path between the columns. Look at the moon cycles. For the moon card, we have all of the moon cycles here. We have the owl. Absolutely stunning. Here's our sun card. Lots of butterfly people in this deck. The yin and yang, sunflowers. Gorgeous. Judgment. Wow. Got the bear, the constellation of the bear in the sky. Some Native American Indian. Beautiful. The World, which was the cover on the first edition. And it's this tree of life with the world and everything contained within it. Really beautiful. We've got the eggs representing that newness, that start again. The turtles, it's just gorgeous. So that's the majors, which are wonderful. And I'm just going to go fairly quickly now through the minors and let you enjoy the images. So as you can see, these are quite Toth based images. Oh, and this is one of my favorite cards in the minors. Just look how beautiful that is. Look at the richness of the flowers and the bears. Totally gorgeous. 5 of Wands. How powerful is that image? So for our courts, they are ordered into Prince, Knight. We can see this fiery energy of the wands. Queen and King. Beautiful Ace of Cups, absolutely stunning. The 3, the Triskeli there. Two together, there we go. These cards feel incredible. I really love what Red Feather are doing with their card stock at the moment. And if anybody's got Shadowlands, not Shadowlands, sorry. Yeah, Shadowlands. You'll know how these feel. Just wonderful. how gorgeous they are. And just like how fiery the quartz were in the ones, look how watery these images are, but so beautiful. We have our pentacles. I love the symbols that we're seeing with the nests and the eggs as well. Look how gorgeous that is. The detailing, look, in the rocks with the 4 elements. Five of Pentacles is beautiful. Wow, look at this. These are coming out so much nicer than, and these are wonderful, and this will be a nice, I've just picked out the right card, and this will be a nice kind of travel companion one, but these are just amazing. Look at that. The 9 of Pentacles, she's got her bird. And this is very, you know, this is the earth suit, and this is very land-based, isn't it? There's all these, you know, flowers and greenery and just wonderful. Earthy. Look at that for the night. Stunning. You really can appreciate why this deck took so long to create, so many years. I love that reflection. Also one of my favourite cards, this 4 of Swords. We get that rest, but look at these animals. It's beautiful, just coming out from their habitat. Got the fish. Little bears. The 6 of Swords, we've got that boat. The White Heart. So you see how some cards might look very Thoth inspired, but some very RWS as well. But that's just because of, you know, heavily influenced by the Golden Dawn in general. 10 of Swords, Prince. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. What a transformation from the first edition to the second. There isn't anything I dislike about this version. The size is large. Some people might be put off with that. I'm not. I think with images such as this, you know, they deserve more space. To really, you know, pop and for us to connect with. They're just gorgeous. So, yeah, and the cardstock is second to none. Well done, Schiffer and Red Feather, for really upping the game when it comes to production quality. Yeah, and let me know, are you still waiting on this deck? Is it one that's that you got? Were you able to get it before they were, I'm not going to say recalled, but no further ones printed with the error? Are you hanging out and waiting for the reprint? Yeah, let me know. And or do you have the first edition and actually you're happy with the first edition and see no need to purchase a second. Interested in hearing everybody's feedback. Thank you for watching. I've got one more deck walkthrough to do before I go away, which I'll try and do tomorrow, because I'm going away Friday morning, very early Friday morning, to Glastonbury, and I'm away for a week, because after that I'm going straight over to the coast. So yeah, one more video to do. But thank you for watching, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.